Hey y'all, so Dr. Maka here. I want to talk to y'all about pain control after a tummy tuck. How is my pain going to be controlled and what things can we do to help with that? So I want to talk to y'all about Exparel. So Exparel is a really, really amazing treatment and medication. So it comes like this, and what happens is we draw it up in syringes, and we actually inject it into the abdominal wall at the time of the tummy tuck. Now, let me talk to you a little bit about what that is. What is Exparel? So Exparel is actually what's called liposomal bupivacaine. Bupivacaine is actually a local anesthetic that we use. Like if we're doing a procedure, we use bupivacaine. The one thing we like about bupivacaine, which is why I use it as part of procedures in general, like if I'm doing a mole removal or something like that, I'll use it, is because it takes a little bit of time to kick in, but it lasts about 10 to 12 hours. Now, Exparel takes that to the next step, and Exparel lasts about 3 days. And you may ask yourself, how in the world can an injectable anesthetic last 3 days? Because it's a liposomal bupivacaine. So what that means, y'all know me in a good illustration. I love a good illustration. What that means is like, imagine this is the local anesthetic, right? And it's in these things called liposomes, which I just kind of wanted to depict here for you. So what that means is these liposomes actually, these liposomes actually have the individual anesthetic molecules bupivacaine. And what happens is it's injected. And the cool thing about it being in liposomes are basically, let's think about it like cages, right? The liposomes are like little cages. So the cool thing about it being in these little cages is that over time, slowly it will release, right? So slowly, right? And that's what happened in each liposome. Slowly, what happens is these anesthetic molecules, right? So the bupivacaine is slowly released, you know, each hour by hour, day by day. And the reason it happens like that is because it's in these little cages, right? So these little cages will slowly release this, like these bupivacaines, throughout the abdominal wall where we inject it. I also will inject it in the back where I do liposuction too. And what happens is these little liposomes will slowly release that, throughout the first 3 days. Now, eventually there's no more left, right? So that's why it doesn't last a week, right? So in those first 3 days, it helps with pain because of that. And the cool thing is the first 3 days, the first week is probably the period where there's like the majority of pain. And so by having that slow release in those first 3 days, it can kind of help curb some of the pain. So a lot of times what happens is after those 3 days pass, some patients say, you know what, I actually noticed a little bit of spike in my pain. And that's really common because that injectable Exparel that we use has kind of worn off by then, right? Because again, the cages have released all of the molecules. So that's Exparel. I really wanted to show y'all that because it's so cool, and I hope that makes sense. Y'all have a good day. Love you. Catch you later.